Hello there. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing good. I should, over the last couple of months, I've on and off been doing some Gillette brand kind of review, but it's not quite gone as planned, so I've kind of scrapped that. Whether I'll upload the bits that I've done or what, I don't know, and explain it afterwards. I don't know what I'm doing with it yet. But basically, I had 3 products that I got in the sale from Gillette. There was a beard softener, a beard thickener, and a stubble and face moisturisery kind of thing. I did the softener, which was basically like a keep-in conditioner, and then I went to do the beard thickener, and all I could smell was alcohol in it, and I don't do alcohol. The smell and taste puts me off. Obviously, I'm not going to taste the alcohol because I'm not going to put it in my mouth and drink it, but the smell, you could smell it, and it was just so off-putting, so I decided not to do that. And then that left me with just like the face and stubble, and obviously I don't really do the stubble thing very often, so that's kind of been abandoned too. So like I say, what I'll probably do is just do a quick roundup of what I've done and then link it all together, because so far there's about 3 or 4 different videos explaining different things and whatever. Better seat. So yeah, no, that's that. What else have I done? There is a cat somewhere. I don't know. Because like we do have a cat. I can't remember if I've told you that or not. But we do have a cat. His name is Gus. He's coming up to 2 years old next month. So yeah, he's a troublemaker. It's a troublesome kind of look for him. Because he was on Mum's sofa, curled up, but he's decided to move. So I don't know. So yeah, there's that. So I've been buying some things for him to play with, and just getting a new water fountain and so on. With the heat that we've been having, if you're not in the UK and you don't know, we've had like 3 or 4 heat waves just this year alone, just this summer alone. Looking at 30 to 35 plus degrees C, and he's kind of struggled with it a little bit. Kind of been flaking out kind of wherever he can, and just hardly moving, and just kind of flaking out, moving a couple more steps and flaking out and so on. We've got him one of those gel mats, but apparently they're not very good. We've got a spot there. The gel mats aren't very good because if they scratch them or bite them, then the gel can leak and so on. Plus, also it doesn't serve coldness that well, so gonna think about getting them something else. I've seen a few other things I can get him. Is getting a water fountain. We've got like 3 or 4 different water spots throughout the house that you can have water from. In winter, he's got one of those self-heating mats, which like uses like a shiny surface which reflects his body heat back into him and kind of thing. What else has been going on? There's not really much else that's been going on. This isn't really a get to know you kind of chatty kind of catch up thing. It's just a random video. And it appears that I'm still kind of focusing and not focusing kind of thing, which is really annoying. Yeah, so nearly my birthday. We're kind of end of July now. and obviously my birthday is first week in September, so I'm already looking for stuff I can do, stuff I can get myself off people and so on. I've got some Skull Candy Hesh Evo headphones and one of the ear pads, because I wear them at night, so I'm kind of leaning on it at night. One of the ear pads has started to come loose, so you can get replacement ear pads for them apparently, and then so I'm going to do that, get some replacement ear pads, and sort that out myself. That'll be kind of interesting. I've got this, I don't know if I've told you about that. It's the Vectroid Pocket Flip 2. Lovely piece of kit. Plays all the Vectroid consoles, like back from 3DOs and Acorns and Ataris and Spectrums and everything. Naomi's, WonderSwan's, Engage, like the old Nokia Engage, it plays those games. All your different Sega consoles, everything. I'm running it with ESDE, which is the Emulation Station Desktop Edition, which I also run on the PC, because that's what I want to start using when I'm doing gaming over on the other gaming channel thing, not on this one. I'm currently downloading and installing some games on GOG, so I might give those a bash at some point soon. Getting a 10/12 terabyte Vectrobat thingy, emulation thing with all the games. But what I'm doing is I'm downloading, because it's put in different parts, so I'm downloading the different parts and then taking it apart, kind of thing, and rebuilding it with what I want it to be, kind of thing. To work with Emulation Station. I think it already does anyway, but I just wanted to only have the games that I wanted to have and so on. Long and complicated. The new PC is still going up and running and going strong. I bought a sound bar for it so that we can have sound, because I was unable to listen to sound via headphones, either Bluetooth or plugged in. But I've now got a sound bar rather than my speaker setup. I'm going to throw my speaker setup away, not because it's no good, but just because the sound bar is just easy to use. Well, hey, come here. This is Gus. Who's that lot? Who's that? This is Gus. This is my lovely little Black Panther. Oh no. He is king of the castle. he is literally what he wants, he gets. He is so spoilt. He doesn't go out though. He is a house cat. But obviously we've got this thing here for him, which he goes on. He does this bit here and the bit above it. But yeah, that's Gus, the cutie that he is. He's in, like I say, he's only 2, so still very much kitten-like. What was I saying? Yeah, I was saying stuff. Yeah, I've got stuff for the PC. Got that. I've got an MP3 player, so I can listen to music at night instead of having it on my phone and having the blue light from my phone. This is just a little digital thing. Apparently, it's the best rated MP3 player on the market. I didn't know that at the time, but I was reading some reviews and it turned out it's that one. So yeah, I've also got a 10-inch tablet, just a cheap tablet. Installed a bunch of ebook readers, and I've got loads of comics and ebooks and Kindles and so on. So I've got that I can read at night. I've got these like Vitaburn tablets, well not tablets, like they're gummies. Pardon me, washed himself. Like the gummies that you take to at night before you go to bed, and it's supposed to burn the fat from you while you sleep. A bit like I suppose it works at night. So it's like a statin, where you take your statin at night and it works through the night. This is the same, but it's supposed to burn the fat from your body, make you sleep better, and so on. It's got a load of different things. I'm definitely noticing my sleep pattern is scratch. My sleep pattern is definitely not so much altered, but when I go to bed, I'm finding it much easier to go to sleep. Like normally I'd need to have like music, like say with the music or distraction or something happening to actually make me kind of doze off. But I'm finding that with these gummies, they're not like CBD gummies or anything like that. They've got these, it's mainly like fat burning and whatever. But these gummies do help you go to sleep. It's supposed to kind of vanquish the 3 a.m. kind of hunger, wake up kind of thing. That hasn't happened yet though, because I go to bed so early, kind of 3-4 o'clock is when I should naturally be waking up from having like 6-7 hours sleep. So if I was to start going to bed a bit later instead of 7 o'clock at night, as you should know by now I do, I would be kind of waking up at a more natural time and skipping the 3 a.m. thing. What else can I tell you? My shelf here that I've got just off screen is come away from the wall. So my matrix lamp is kind of on the verge of kind of collapsing, it looks like. So I need to address that. My backlight that's on the side of my PC doesn't work anymore, so I've got to address that. I bought a 10 terabyte hard drive for these games that I'm gonna be installing, and I turned out that it was an SAS drive, which obviously is different to SSD and HDD. It's like a HDD, but the connection isn't a SATA. It's a SAS, which is a bit different. It's a different interface, and I've learned all about that and read all about that to find out how I can still use it. So I've had to buy a caddy for that, like a docking station. But it runs hot. It runs very, very hot. So it only kind of works because then it just cuts out and it works for like a short period of time. So I can't really use it for games. So what that's going to be used for basically is just kind of storage backup of things that I don't want to lose, but don't use all the time. And I'm just going to use a 12 terabyte drive that I'd already had currently. Use that one, which is a SATA hard drive, and use that one for the games. The police, in terms of the police, they've still got my hard drives. They're still running through it. I can understand because they've had like 30 odd terabytes worth of stuff to sift through, music and everything, and videos and TV series and movies and games, because obviously they have to check every single file is the file it says it is. So obviously when it comes to games, the amount of different files that a game has, they absolutely hate me. But that's what you get. You can't just take all of my stuff and just expect it to be a nice clean run through. I'm a collector of data. me to. I put up on Twitter, or X, as it should be called, the other day that I have an addiction. If you want to go and read the post, I'll put it down. Well, you just check in my links that it will show you. Click on the Instagram in the Twitter/X link, and it'll tell you all about the post. I won't say it in here because it's a naughty word, but basically I've currently halved my collection from 10 terabytes down to about 5. I want to try and knock it down even more. But it's hard. What else can we talk about? I want to try and keep this a bit of a decent video. Where is he? It's vanished. Oh no, it's back on the sofa. Yeah, so I've got some foreign Pepsi. And when I say foreign, I think it's like from kind of Eastern Europe. It's not British. It's not made in Britain or the UK or wherever the normal English Pepsi comes from. It's not made there at all. It's got all foreign writing all over it, and it doesn't taste the same. It is definitely made to a different recipe. Pepsi Max, you'd thought, would be a basic standard throughout wherever, but no, I know it's different in America, but I thought Europe kind of thing would all be the same, but it isn't. It tastes completely different. It doesn't taste as smooth. It's got a little bit of harshness to it. I don't know. My hair at the moment, as you can see, is starting to grow, which I am not too keen on. I've charged my shavers, my green 2 here things, so I'm going to be doing that at the weekend, because this is driving me nuts. It's like all this hair, and with the heat that we've been having, I'll trim my goatee, well, not my goatee, but I'll trim my beard back a bit and get rid of all this and all this, because like I say, it's not good when you got the heat. It really isn't. What else can I tell you? I don't think I can tell you anything else. I've got a 360. I've got another 360. I mean, Xbox 360. That is. Bought it off Etsy from a seller who modifies them, puts in hard drives and so on, and whacks in a load of games. I've got probably he's put on, I think, about 140, 150 odd games. Some of them have got duplicate boxes on, so I don't know if it's the same game multiple times or different editions of the same game or what. I need to look at it a little bit more closer. So yeah, that's all waiting to be played with and experimented with and so on. Hopefully I've seen on YouTube, I've got loads of videos on YouTube about how to modify and do weird things with. So I'm going to look at the Xbox 360 stuff I've got on there, see if I can do anything to it myself. Because obviously if it is multiple versions or the same version of the same game, obviously I don't need that, so I can take those off and maybe install something different. Games that I want, take off the games I don't want as well, because I think there's some football games on there, some basketball games, sports games that I'm not really all that interested in. So yeah, it's having a wash. It's forever washing, forever. So yeah, that'll be all good. Played out the 360. I've modified my PS4. I bought one of those jailbreaking Blu-ray discs and it did that. But I have turned it off because I can't keep it on. I can't warrant keeping it on 24/7. So yeah, I had to turn it off. Whether I need to redo the CD next time I turn it on to keep it going, or I don't know. Whether it needs updates or whatever, I don't know, because I've not used the PS4 because I'm using that HDMI cable for the Xbox 360 at the moment, so I don't know what's going on. But then, yeah, hopefully I can start doing, because I've got a bunch. Like months ago, I just went crazy and bought like a dozen PS4 games, like dirt cheap off Studio, in the sale. So I can kind of do stuff with that, because obviously you can copy your PKG whatever files on from the disk onto the hard drive and so on. So I'm going to do that. I'm in the process at the moment of trying to get up and do bits and bobs to my bedroom, but with the heat I've not been bothered to, because it's just wiping out everything, like energy and all the kind of willpower I have. And then there's the depression, so I'm not getting up early anyway. But one, I've got my TV in front of the fireplace where I want to have it kept. My bed staying where it is. I've got the exercise bar, my treadmill where I want it. So I've got like all things roughly planned out. I just need to kind of zoom in and focus on certain aspects, like get rid of my wardrobe that's in this alcove and put it all into the wardrobe in that alcove, and so on. It's hard. It is so hard to do. Not having the willpower or the energy doesn't help. Mental health wise, though, as you can imagine from what I've just been saying there, it's been ups and downs. I think last time I did a video, I hadn't seen, or I had just seen the psychiatrist for my yearly review or whatever. I've yet to go for a medical again. I've had a text off the GP asking for my height and weight, sent them, and then within about 10 minutes it was like, oh, if you want to lose weight, like, cheers, you just call me fat. I mean, I know I am, but they blatantly said, without saying it, if you want to lose weight, we do this service. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave it here, I think, because I'm starting to ramble. This has kind of become a new thing. Not the piercing. The piercing's an old piercing, but while I was trying to stretch it, but I realised I was trying to stretch it too big too soon. So I had to take it out because it was starting to hurt too much. I took it out for about 36 hours and it started to shrink. And I was like, great, now I can't get it back in the original piercing that I had in there. So I've put in just a basic kind of horseshoe and now it's starting to shrink down. So I bought a kit to shrink it or to stretch it back up, because I was only on 6. I thought I was on 8, trying to go up to 10, and then up to 12. But it turns out I'm only 6. So I was trying to go from 6 to 10 in one go, which is obviously no. Is that dirt? Is that dirt? Is that all dirt? I don't know. So yeah, trying to do too much too soon. So I've got a kit to go from like a standard piercing up to 10, and then I've got a separate one to go from 10 to 12, because I've got my custom plugs. I think I showed you one for that one, but I've got 2 for these ones as well. I don't know if I showed you. If not, I'll do a little video on them. I don't know. So yeah, I need to do that. I need to cut my hair. Just bits and bobs. Try to sort out my room, play games, do things, try and do stuff to the garden because the garden's overgrown at the bottom. But I don't like gardening, so I never want to do it. So yeah, but anyway, I'm going to leave it here. I've rambled on way too long. Hope you're all okay. See you all in another video pretty soon, I hope. I did want to try and get back into doing these fairly regular, but that seems to have gone out the window with all these. Taking these gummies means that because I'm sleeping quite well at the moment, I'm not getting up in the middle of the night to come down to record videos, except for nights like tonight, when I've not gone to bed yet. So yeah, see you all in another video, and look out for each other.